Welcome back to Kilowatt, the show where we watch romantic movies for Valentine's Day. And by romantic, I mean shitty slasher films.
This is bullshit.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Today's movie smells like poo. It's 2001's Valentine. Ugh. A good old-fashioned slasher taking place on, you guessed it, St. Patrick's, no, I mean Valentine's Day. So this one was made by urban legend director Jamie Blanks, which is kind of a fitting name, since I'm always blanking out whenever I'm trying to remember what happened in this boring-ass film. But no matter. Let's get to the review. What's this film about? Well, it's about little Jeremy trying to find a date on this middle school Valentine's Day dance party. Which, like, is that a thing? Do schools really do that? I don't know. But in any case, little Jeremy here asks the cool girls if they want to join him for a dance. The thing is, Jeremy has buck teeth, and even worse, glasses! Yuck! So, you know what that means. He's a fucking loser! Everybody quick, laugh at him! Laugh at this little loser! Anyways, the girls all decline in various incredibly evil ways.
I'd rather be boiled alive.
Well, that's oddly specific, as if it was going to come back later on in a death scene. It doesn't. Oh. Well, seems like all hope is lost for poor little Jeremy. Well, that is until he asks Dorothy out.
You want to dance with me?
At first, she's like, I don't know, maybe, yeah, do I really want to But then she's like, fuck it, let's stick our tongues in each other's throats! Oh, isn't that a happy ending? Well, if the movie ended there, but it doesn't. Instead, some bullies show up, not only to laugh at Jimmy, but also at Dorothy, calling her fat and whatnot.
You like it, Buffalo? Getting hot?
But thankfully, Dorothy is a quick thinker, and she knows just the way to get out of this mess. Accuse Jimmy of rape! Wait, what the fuck?
Perv attack you?
Yeah, Jeremy attacked me. He attacked me.
So as punishment, the kids pour punch on Jeremy's head. And then he gets a little nosebleed, something that's gonna come back later on. Okay, well that wasn't too bad. Oh wait, then the kids strip him down and beat the ever-living shit out of him in front of everyone. Which leads to Jeremy being expelled and then sent to a reform school, then a juvenile hall, and then a mental institute, completely ruining his life. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's 13 years later, and that's a spooky number, but hey, missed opportunity to make it 14 years later. You know, like February 14th, like Valentine's Day. So then we meet Shelly again. You know, the one kid that was a little asshole?
In your dreams, loser.
Not to be confused with the one that was a little asshole.
Ew.
Or that other little asshole. You know, it gets blurry, but anyways. Shelly has the equivalent of the average modern Tinder date, meaning a terrible date. Oh. Wait, is that just my case? Oh, okay. Well, it might be 13 years later, but Shelly is still just as good at turning guys down.
Loser.
So she tells Jason over here to fuck right off. And then she spends the rest of her evening doing the most logical thing you would expect. Go to the morgue to open dead bodies.
I've got Chad, my corpse.
That's what Shelly does when a date goes badly. She goes back to the morgue. Hey, I'm not judging. You can do whatever you want, lady. But, isn't the dead body supposed to be dead? Oh, there's Chad. How you been, buddy? Yes, turns out that breathing corpse was, get this, not a corpse, but a big bad slasher villain. So you're telling me this killer had the time to take Chad, put him in a closet, undress himself, get on the table, jump scare the lady only to dress up again to immediately attack her? It makes sense completely. Alright, cue the chase scene. As you can see, our killer is introduced like any great slasher villains should be introduced, meaning a flat, wide shot. Frightening! It's especially scary when the killer with a knife has a baby cupid face with chubby little red cheeks. So Shelly's got the advantage, seeing how Cupid here can only slowly walk while she can run very fast. And since that would be a little too easy for her, she's nice enough to give him a chance by hiding instead, increasing her chances of dying horribly by about 1200%, according to science. Yeah, what did I say? Okay, so this is the first of many very underwhelming kills. I was ready to censor the shit out of this movie in a desperate attempt to be monetized, but the film did it for me already. Don't get me wrong, I love me some throat slits when you see them, but here, like in many instances in Valentine, they just cut away. Oh, and hey, the killer has a nosebleed, just like Jeremy from the beginning. I wonder who the killer is. So these two openings now officially out of the way, we can finally focus on our main characters that all regroup at Shelley's funeral, right after Kate learns the terrible news.
Oh my god.
She looks devastated. Oh my god. Yeah, the girls are back. Lily the ooh girl. Paige the I'd rather be boiled alive girl. Kate the maybe later kid.
Maybe later, Jeremy.
And of course fucking Dorothy.
Pervert.
This is also the scene that sets up the will they won't they subplot between Kate and her ex Adam. They're kinda not together but also still kind of are. But Kate doesn't want to anymore because Adam's a drunk. Not to worry though, he says he's 3 weeks clean.
Look, I haven't touched a thing in 3 weeks.
Just forget about that enormous tequila bottle on the passenger's side. That's nothing to worry about, Kate. As for our 3 other main characters, well, they're all pretty much exactly the same. All of them are dating guys that turn out to be assholes who either die or get dumped. Dorothy has a new boyfriend, but turns out he just wants to steal from her rich family.
Just transfer the goddamn funds.
Lily dates this artist who wants to do a threesome with her, so she's real mad.
Sleazeball.
Yeah, you sleazeball. As for Paige, her date tells her that he's got a surprise, but asks her to go upstairs to show her. I wonder where this is going. Yeah, turns out his surprise is his penis.
You brought me up here to show me your penis.
Yeah, the next half hour is all about the ladies getting pranked by the killer, whether it's by leaving a cupid mask by the elevator, which is frightening, or sending creepy Valentine cards with maggot-filled chocolates. My favorite. Otherwise, we also meet some truly useless side characters. First off, there's Scary Gary.
You're scary, Gary.
He's the creepy neighbor who at one point breaks into Kate's place to wear her underpants, and then he gets killed by Cupid. Okay, so first off, what the fuck is this scene? Who the hell thought, alright, we gotta have a creepy neighbor who wears tights. That is what the movie needs. I guess they needed a bigger body count, but what's more, the kill sucks. It's pretty much entirely off screen as Cupid is hitting air with a steam iron. Lower the camera a little bit. I want to see it. The other pointless side character here is Detective Vaughn, the guy trying to find out who the killer is. So let's get that out of the way real quick. Detective Vaughn here does jack shit. He asks a few basic questions to the girls, then sexually harasses Paige.
Please remove your hand from my thigh.
All right. Where would you like me to put it?
And at the end of the movie, right as you completely forgot he exists, Kate finds his very unconvincing fake head in a fountain. Yeah, that's it for Detective Vaughn. You know how usually the cop/detective in the story is going to lead the investigation, find some clues, be useful before he dies? Yeah. Well, forget about that. Vaughn is just a useless piece of shit. I mean, if he's gonna be a creepy sex weirdo, at least give him a satisfying death. Cut his balls off or something. Alright, so back to the main plot. Our 4 ladies are at this art exhibit of Lily's boyfriend. He's the sleazeball, remember?
Sleazeball.
Yeah, so Lily's mad and she tries to escape that ball of sleaze, but she ultimately gets lost in this maze, which leads us to another kill, and it might be the best in this movie. If only because Cupid fittingly shoots her with a bow and arrow. But the cherry on top, it even ends with Lily falling off a balcony and landing right in the trash. Kinda like Jason Takes Manhattan. Pretty good stuff overall, but I must ask again, why no blood? This is a slasher movie, why not? As Valentine's Day approaches, Dorothy is throwing a party at her parents' place with her boyfriend Campbell. So as I've mentioned before, this guy turns out to be a con man trying to steal from Dorothy's wealthy family.
Just transfer the goddamn funds.
But phew, thankfully, the killer is here to put an end to this terrible subplot. Oh, thank God. So then on to the party, and let me tell you, this party sucks.
This party sucks.
Yeah, seriously, she's not kidding. It is one boring third act. So boring, in fact, that I guess we gotta up the body count. Quick! So there's this lady that used to date Campbell, who stole from her.
Hey, that's my necklace.
What are you talking about?
And as a sort of revenge, I guess, she steals from Dorothy. I don't care. I don't care about you. But anyways, she runs into the killer. Or rather, he awkwardly runs into her. Oops, don't mind me. I just love when my movie villain is seen in a wide shot with flat lighting. It's great, so scary. So it seems like this lady hasn't heard about Shelly's death because she also hides instead of running away, increasing her chances of dying by about 1,000 fucking %, according to science. Oh God. Whew, he's gone now. Oh God. Okay, he's gone now, I think. Oh, for some reason, this Z-list character we only met once gets the most graphic, bloody death scene of them all.
If you're gonna do a horror movie, you have to care about the characters. Otherwise, who cares if they get killed?
Yes, I'm heartbroken about it. Yeah, I didn't care about her, but hey, kill isn't bad. I'll take it. And then there it is at last. Forced conflict. My favorite. First off, Kate comes back to Adam, but oh no. Ah, he's drinking again. Damn it, he betrayed her trust. I mean, sure, there was this giant tequila bottle on the passenger side of his car. You know, this time I thought he quit for real. And then Kate's really down on her luck when Dorothy starts being mean to her for being popular when she was quote-unquote fat as a child.
You've always been the popular one, and I was the big, fat one.
Okay, I don't care.
Screw all of you.
Since this party sucks,
This party sucks.
Paige decides to relax in a hot tub, giving you perverts some good old Denise Richards bikini action. Fun stuff and all, but I'm more interested in how she gets savagely murdered. So let's get to that. I'll be the first to say it starts pretty damn strong. Cupid locks her in that tub, and she barely has any space to breathe. Being a little claustrophobic myself, I was clenching my asshole very hard. This is the part where I thought, the movie's shit, but that scene's gonna kick ass. I mean, she verbatim said, "I'd rather be boiled alive."
I'd rather be boiled alive.
Great, so Cupid's gonna go Halloween 2 on her ass, crank that temperature up to an unbelievable degree so that she boils alive with no way out. But no, then out of nowhere he comes back with a drill and he starts poking holes in the thing. Okay, so maybe he does that to give her some air so that he can toy with her even longer? Nope, never mind. He just throws it in. All of that for that lame kill. Where'd you find that goddamn drill? Okay, yet another disappointing kill out of the way. Only 3 people remain. Final girl Kate, lying Dorothy, and drunk Adam, who's walking slowly like a creepy guy. So, you know, better not take any chances. There you go, problem solved. But remember, Kate still needs to rescue Dorothy, so up the stairs she goes.
Some stupid killer stalking some big-breasted girl who can't act, who's always running up the stairs when she should be going out the front door.
Whoops. Ouch. Holy moly. Cupid's unconscious, but for barely a second. Thankfully, right as he gets up, Michael Myers style, Adam, with his headache and blue balls, is here to save the day, and he shoots the killer 7 times. Huh, maybe 7 would have done the trick.
I shot him 6 times! I shot him 6 times! I shot him 6 times!
Anyways, with the killer now truly dead, it's time for the big twist. Zoinks! I guess it was Dorothy all along. Alright, well, at least these 2 get a happy ending. That is, if the movie ended there, but it doesn't. That's right, to make up for this shitty, underwhelming twist, they throw another one that's even more of a letdown. Yeah, that's right, everyone. Adam was little Jeremy all along. These 2 are the same person. This is such a cool reveal, right? Right? Hey, why is Kate not reacting when blood is dripping on her face? I don't know. I don't care. The end. Well, like I very subtly hinted at in this video, I think the kills are pretty bad. Sure, you don't need blood and guts to make a film interesting, or even scary. Take Scream, for example, which has very little gore, but that film still works very well and it's still scary. But when your movie is advertised as an old-fashioned slasher like in the 80s, you expect some creativity, practical effects, and blood. Unfortunately, what you end up getting is a few frames of bloodless action before it cuts to something else. From what I've gathered listening to the commentary track, I think this is ultimately a matter of censorship. They needed to cut the gore down a little bit, but I also think the budget and the tight schedule are also very much to blame here. I mean, look at that goddamn fake head. What is that? The arrow kill as well as this lady being shoved into broken glass, that was pretty fun, but everything else was an enormous disappointment. I wanted to see Denise Richards get boiled alive, goddammit, is that too much to ask? I'm gonna give the kills 7 kilowatts out of 20. On to Cupid guy, who's got to be one of the most boring, uncharismatic slasher villains out there. The pedo trench coat paired with a child's face, that's a combo I don't really want to see. I think the design is already pretty bad, but when your villain is shot like he's in a sitcom, you're just really not doing yourself any favor. Then the final twist was the final nail in the coffin. Learning that Adam is the killer just feels like the screenwriters looked at all the suspects and they went, yep, that one. He'll be the killer. Rewatching the movie again, I never found any clues or hints that it was him. There's no foreshadowing. Ultimately, the psycho Cupid didn't leave much of an impression for me. He's not scary, he's not fun, he's ugly, and he just shows up once in a while to say hello. Hello. Yeah, I'm gonna give him 4 kilowatts out of 20. Well, safe to say Valentine won't be remembered for its great story, nor its characters. This really is a mix between a throwback 80s slasher flick and a Scream-inspired modern horror thriller.
This is bullshit.
Shut up. And, well, it fails at doing both. We don't get the fun gore and the memorable slasher villain like we would in an 80s slasher film, and we also don't get the relatable, likable characters as well as the engaging murder mystery. In fact, most of these ladies are just very mean with each other and they seem like genuinely bad people. Besides for a couple of fun lines and a good dose of sassiness,
How about up your ass?
as well as a semi-intriguing setup at the beginning, this story really struggled to keep moving and keep the viewer engaged. It's a very by-the-numbers, cliche movie with a bad twist, and I'm gonna give the screenplay 5 kilowatts out of 20. So, how does this film look? Well, first off, this was shot in Vancouver, making my Canadian ass so very proud. And otherwise, I'll say this. Besides the weird editing in the opening of the film that gives me epileptic seizures, the rest of the movie doesn't bear the curse of these early 2000s movies having a disgusting color palette and MTV style of editing. So that's good. I also really like the score. It's still stuck in my head. I think it's pretty good. For what it's worth, Valentine has some pretty okay production value.
Meaning what?
Well, let me tell you. I really like the art exhibit that was surprisingly creative and unexpected. Sure, there's a lot of basic reverse shot scenes with obvious studio lighting, but all in all, watching this on Blu-ray,
It's pretty good.
the bad stuff really comes from the execution of some of the scenes, especially those dreadful chase scenes that lack any kind of tension or suspense. It always goes exactly how you think it's gonna go, without any care towards making us scared, at least a little bit. But for the interesting locations and some pretty okay shots, I'm gonna give the aesthetics 10 kilowatts out of 20. Overall, I can't say Valentine won my heart. But I will say this, the cast and crew all seem to have had a great time shooting this, and I couldn't be happier for them.
We had so much fun working together.
I'm glad this has become a cult classic, and there's some enjoyment to be had here and there. Very rarely, but, you know, sometimes. This wasn't a nightmare to sit through. I just most likely won't watch it ever again. Still, since Valentine's Day themed horror movies are very scarce, I guess this is better than nothing, but I would definitely recommend My Bloody Valentine and its remake before that one. They just have a better twist and much better kills. Valentine might not be great, but I would take it over being boiled alive.
I'd rather be boiled alive.
Shut up. And I'm gonna give its entertainment value 8 kilowatts out of 20. As for the final score, Valentine racked up a heartbreaking 34 kilowatts out of 100. Ew. Safe to say I wasn't in love with it, but I did have fun talking about it here. Still better than getting hot wax on your love stick.
Ah! Oh my...
I wish you all a wonderful Valentine's Day full of maggot-filled chocolates and ominously threatening Valentine cards. Until next time, keep watching horror movies. They're good for your health. Bye-bye.